Welcome back to Mindful Minerva. Today we are going to talk about a topic that often flies under the radar: the subtle signs that you might be morphing into a toxic person. Toxic behaviors can sneak into our lives unnoticed, so it's crucial to shine a light on them. In this value-packed video, we'll explore some less discussed indicators that most of us aren't aware of, yet equally important to the obvious signs. Before we get into it, don't forget to subscribe and check out the valuable resources we've provided in the video description below that you might find helpful. The first sign is always being sarcastic. Sarcasm, when used judiciously, can be a clever and humorous form of expression. However, when sarcasm becomes your default mode of communication, it can have unintended and negative consequences. Beyond the surface, there are layers to this behavior that can affect not only your relationships but also your personal growth. At its core, sarcasm often masks genuine emotions and intentions. It's like wearing a mask, making it challenging for others to discern your true feelings. This can lead to misunderstandings, as those around you may struggle to determine whether you're being serious or sarcastic. The result? Miscommunication, confusion, and even hurt feelings. Constant sarcasm can create a barrier to authentic communication. When you're always hiding behind sarcasm, you may find it difficult to express your thoughts and emotions sincerely. You might inadvertently avoid addressing important issues or sharing your genuine feelings, which can hinder meaningful connections with others. On a deeper level, sarcasm can also be a manifestation of your own insecurities. By constantly using sarcasm as a shield, you might be guarding yourself against vulnerability. It's a defense mechanism to protect your ego from potential criticism or rejection. However, this self-defense tactic can prevent personal growth and self-awareness, as true growth often requires confronting vulnerabilities and addressing them honestly. While sarcasm can be entertaining and lighthearted, using it excessively can have significant downsides. It can obscure your true feelings, lead to misunderstandings, hinder authentic communication, and even mask underlying insecurities. Recognizing the role of sarcasm in your life is essential to creating healthier relationships and personal growth. The next sign is that everything's a competition to you. Competition can be a healthy and motivating aspect of life when kept in moderation. It can push you to strive for improvement and achieve your goals. However, when everything in life turns into a competition, it can have adverse effects on your relationships and personal development. Constantly viewing life as a competition can strain your relationships with friends, family, and colleagues. This is because your need to constantly outshine others can create tension and jealousy. People may perceive your actions as driven solely by a desire to one-up them, rather than as genuine expressions of your interests or passions. Moreover, an obsession with competition can lead to personal burnout. When every aspect of your life feels like a race, you're constantly in high gear, expending mental and emotional energy. This can result in fatigue, stress, and a lack of fulfillment, as you may find yourself chasing goals without truly enjoying the journey. Digging deeper, this incessant need to win can often be rooted in deep-seated insecurities. Competing relentlessly can be a way to prove your worth or mask feelings of inadequacy. Instead of deriving satisfaction from personal growth and achievement, you may focus solely on surpassing others as a measure of your value. While competition can be a driving force in life, overdoing it can harm your relationships, lead to personal burnout, and reveal underlying insecurities. It's crucial to strike a balance between healthy competition and a more holistic approach to living that emphasizes personal growth, fulfillment, and genuine connections with others. The next one is turning everything into a joke. Humor is a wonderful way to connect with others, ease tension, and bring joy into our lives. However, when the inclination to turn everything into a joke becomes pervasive, it can have unintended consequences on your relationships and authentic communication. Constantly making light of situations and turning everything into a joke can be a way to avoid dealing with serious issues or emotions. While humor can be a coping mechanism, relying on it excessively can prevent you from addressing important matters. This avoidance may hinder personal growth, as it becomes challenging to confront and resolve issues when you're constantly deflecting with humor. Beyond that, using humor as a defense mechanism can inadvertently invalidate the feelings and experiences of those around you. When others are genuinely upset or seeking support, your tendency to make light of their concerns can leave them feeling unheard or dismissed. This can strain relationships, as people may perceive you as insensitive or unwilling to engage with their emotions seriously. Constant joking can lead to a sense of superficiality in your interactions. It can create a barrier to forming deep, genuine connections with others. When humor becomes the default response, you may struggle to express your true thoughts and feelings, making it difficult for others to get to know the real you. While humor is a valuable tool in social interactions, overusing it as a defense mechanism can hinder personal growth and lead to superficial relationships. Recognizing when to strike a balance between humor and authenticity is essential for fostering meaningful connections and emotional depth. One of the more challenging aspects of recognizing toxic behavior in oneself is the reluctance to admit when you're wrong. This behavior, characterized by a refusal to acknowledge mistakes, can have far-reaching implications for personal growth and conflict resolution. At its core, the refusal to admit wrongdoing often stems from a fear of vulnerability. It can be challenging to admit that you made a mistake or acted inappropriately, as it may feel like an attack on your ego. However, this fear of vulnerability can hinder personal growth, as true growth often requires acknowledging weaknesses and areas for improvement. In relationships, the refusal to admit fault can erode trust. When you consistently deny wrongdoing, others may perceive you as untrustworthy and unwilling to take responsibility for your actions. This can lead to a breakdown in trust and strain relationships, as the people around you may question your integrity. This behavior can escalate conflicts rather than resolving them. When you're unwilling to admit your part in a disagreement, it can lead to a cycle of blame and defensiveness. This dynamic can make it difficult to find common ground and work towards solutions. The refusal to admit when you're wrong can erode trust in relationships and escalate conflicts. Recognizing the importance of acknowledging mistakes and taking responsibility for your actions is pivotal for personal development and healthy relationships. Another sign is giving unsolicited advice. Offering advice can be a positive and helpful gesture, but doing so without being asked can often be perceived as patronizing and invasive. It's essential to understand the impact of this behavior on your relationships and communication. Constantly giving unsolicited advice may convey an assumption of superiority. It can make others feel as though you believe you know better than they do, which can be disempowering and frustrating. This dynamic can damage relationships and create an imbalance of power. Additionally, it might seem like you're not genuinely interested in understanding others' perspectives and needs when you consistently offer advice without being prompted. This can hinder authentic communication and prevent you from connecting with others on a deeper level. Furthermore, giving unsolicited advice can disregard personal boundaries. When you provide advice without invitation, you may be intruding into someone's personal space or decision-making process. This can make people feel uncomfortable or pressured, which can strain relationships. Overall, while offering advice can be well-intentioned, doing so without being asked can be perceived negatively. It can imply a presumption of superiority, hinder authentic communication, and disregard personal boundaries. Being mindful of when to offer advice and respecting others' autonomy is essential for fostering healthy relationships and effective communication. Lastly, the refusal to apologize is a conspicuous red flag when it comes to identifying toxic behavior within oneself. This behavior, characterized by an unwillingness to admit wrongdoing and make amends, can have far-reaching consequences for relationships and conflict resolution. At its core, the reluctance to apologize often stems from a fear of vulnerability. Admitting you were wrong or that you hurt someone can feel like an attack on your ego. However, this fear of vulnerability can hinder personal growth, as genuine growth often requires acknowledging mistakes and making efforts to correct them. In relationships, the refusal to apologize can lead to damaged trust and emotional distance. When you consistently deny responsibility for your actions, others may perceive you as unaccountable and insensitive to their feelings. This can erode trust and create emotional distance between you and those you care about. Also, this behavior can prevent the resolution of conflicts. When you're unwilling to apologize, it can lead to ongoing disputes and a lack of closure. Conflict resolution often hinges on acknowledging mistakes, making amends, and learning from past errors. The refusal to apologize can damage relationships and prevent the resolution of conflicts. Recognizing the importance of admitting wrongdoing and making amends is crucial for personal development and maintaining healthy, harmonious relationships. Understanding and addressing these less discussed signs of toxic behavior is the first step towards personal growth and healthier relationships. It's crucial to remember that none of us are immune to these tendencies, and recognizing them within ourselves is a powerful opportunity for self-improvement. If any of these signs resonated with you, I encourage you not to be too hard on yourself. Instead, view this as a chance for introspection and positive change. By creating self-awareness, you can strive to build more authentic connections and communicate more effectively. If you found this video insightful, please take a moment to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on future content. And remember to check out the valuable resources we've provided in the video description below. Thank you for watching today. We look forward to seeing you in the next video.